Welcome to the Tree of Knowledge podcast with me, Sean S. And
Me, Roman R.
so basically, this podcast is about anything and everything in the world. Talk about anything that's on our minds.
Yep. We'll talk about things like space, time travel,
Past, present, future.
anything interesting.
Yeah. What would happen if something else happened?
Yeah. Do dinosaurs actually exist?
Do they look like what everybody thinks they look like?
Maybe they were civilized people.
Okay, so today's episode, you'll never guess what it is. Roman, would you like to tell everybody?
It is about dinosaurs.
What dinosaurs should we talk about first?
Really, I think we should talk about just the basic idea of dinosaurs.
And whether they look like what we think?
Yeah, I mean, based off of all of the info that we have on dinosaurs and fossils, they might not really actually look like how we have them in museums and all of the places around the world.
True.
They might just be a amalgamation of smaller or medium-sized animals that just died in
Fused
one-
together.
Yeah. And I mean, they could have looked completely different. They could have been smaller. Maybe they were even bigger than what we actually thought.
Yeah. Who knows? We might have even been bigger than them at one point.
Yeah. I mean, the fossils of dinosaurs could be so many different things. I mean, if you get rid of fossils and based off of all the other knowledge that we have of the dinosaurs,
Do they really exist?
yeah, I mean, we don't really have that much information on them.
But based on the fossils and stuff, gives us a better knowledge of whether they could exist or not.
Yeah. But the idea of if they even really existed on how our idea, they could have been completely different.
Yeah, they could have been very big, well, in weight, or very skinny.
Yeah.
And then they could have looked like humans with tails, or
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, like, we don't actually know much about how the dinosaurs lived, honestly.
yeah.
I mean, there's a small, slight chance, but it's possible that they could have had stuff like humans have. I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
it's
they
a
could have been
stupid idea,
civilized.
but they might have been civilized.
Yeah. Without the buildings and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you never know. We don't have much information on.
Do we know who discovered the meteor?
I mean,
Do we have evidence on that?
we have like a crater of a meteorite, but like, or a meteor, I should say. But
Here, look it up.
yeah, I mean, there's could have been so many different reasons why the dinosaurs could have gone extinct. I mean, dinosaurs could have gotten like a disease, like how a pandemic works with us.
Yeah,
Could
like
have just spread and advanced to where they couldn't have adapted to it.
just like, well, we as humans have overcome most diseases.
Yeah, but we also have a pretty advanced
Understanding.
bodies. Yeah, and understanding. We have medicine. We have advanced medicine and surgeries.
It's kind of like the Roaring '20s. The
Yeah.
same exact thing happened. A pandemic happened. Everybody had to self-distance and stuff. And then here we are in the 2020s and it happened again.
I mean, yeah, like, so, like, the Jurassic time and all of that, it is just rock formations and, like, fossils. We don't really have much other proof, but
How come the biggest dinosaur bones weren't fossilized in like rock or anything? How come they were just big bones?
do we even have, yeah, so I'm proof of the dinosaurs.
Proof
and
of the meteor hitting.
Yeah, if we did have dinosaurs, I think that we still did have dinosaurs, but like there's still the chance that we didn't have them.
True.
But I mean, if they did exist, do we have proof of the meteor hitting them?
Yeah. And if a meteor did hit, what other species might have died? And how many dinosaurs were there when the meteor hit if it destroyed all of the dinosaurs?
Okay, so an asteroid impact is supported by really good evidence because we've identified the crater. It's now largely buried on the seafloor off the coast of Mexico. It's exactly the same age as the extinction of the non-bird dinosaurs, which can be tracked in the rock record all around the world. So they have really good evidence of a crater. I mean, it could have been really closely related to the. And well, it says that it is
Non-bird, right?
non-bird. I mean, I don't know why it specifies non-bird dinosaurs.
And if it's a crater in the ocean
Yeah.
in Mexico,
Yeah.
what's telling us that they weren't amphibians?
I mean, a lot of them probably were amphibians, but actually, wait, yeah, no, wait, I don't think.
And
Water levels probably rise upon millions of years.
But still, if somehow they were water creatures, we have no evidence helping us, or at least that I know of or looked up, of whether T-Rexes or anything like that had gills or not.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things anatomically that we didn't know about dinosaurs, or that we don't know about dinosaurs.
And we just assumed.
Yeah, I mean, also, it says non-bird dinosaurs, but it's exactly the same age. How do we know the exact age of the extinction?
Exactly.
We can't pinpoint it down a million years ago. So it could have just been closely related. And it might have just been an asteroid strike that hit. I mean, there's also, if the asteroid did hit, there could have been many different reasons of the asteroid. Like, it could have blocked out sun. It might have carried something with it from space or something. Like a space disease or something. I don't know.
That's a topic for
another episode. But yeah. So I won't get in too much about, like, if it carried up anything from space. But we can't really pinpoint it down exactly to the age of dinosaurs. So it could have just been a completely separate and related hit. And like I was saying before, it could have just been a disease or a different thing that evolved and maybe wiped the dinosaurs out and then died off later that we haven't found. I haven't really thought about that much either. What if it was an animal that was like apex type and like
way bigger than the T-Rex?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it wasn't as like way bigger, but it was just like more skilled and lethal than the T-Rexes, and it's just like
Anadominus Rex.
Yeah, like in all the dinosaurs. Maybe it was just like a line of multiple, and they reproduced really quickly, and they wiped them out and took the food sources and everything. So maybe it's something that we haven't really thought about much. And I mean, there could have been many different reasons why the dinosaurs were extinct.
Way more than we can probably think of.
Yeah. I mean, there have been multiple theories, some, more believable than others. But there's also the theory, this is apart from the theory of extinction, but of them coming back. Have you ever heard about that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it enough, it might happen.
But they would need to have a whole nervous system.
Yeah, I mean, but also time would have to go on for long enough to where they'd repeat and come back. I mean, maybe it's some Jurassic Park type stuff, to where like DNA from like the bones or something get incorporated into an animal, and then they start like multiplying and stuff, or maybe they just evolve back in again.
Do you think there probably could be? Do you think there's any DNA in the bones? Or is it so old that...
well, if a lot of, if there are some bones or something, like in maybe even amber or ice, because I don't really know, but like amber has been like if you look in like shows and stuff, I don't know how accurate it actually is, but amber stores stuff. Maybe it actually does. And if there are bones and like insects in amber and like trees and sap and stuff like that, they might have traces of DNA like inside of it.
True.
I don't think it's something that could be excluded, but I don't really think it's something that could be well, not even like easily, but like, yeah, easily done, I should say, actually.
Yeah. Dinosaurs are just confusing.
Yeah, dinosaurs are something that I think aren't really thought about enough, honestly. I mean, with our stuff happening in like science and stuff, we just go straight to what scientists have said.
Yeah.
I mean, and scientists
herd
are sometimes
mentality.
wrong.
Herd mentality.
Yeah, exactly. They just go along with all the stuff. I won't say too much for that. That's for a different podcast.
Yeah.
But I mean, we jump to conclusions sometimes, and we don't really think about it too much. We just go with our answer and then go into the next thing.
Yep.
So maybe there's just a bunch of different things that we haven't really thought of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like a single thing around the entire like idea of dinosaurs.
Yeah. It'd be a lot easier to prove if we found a nervous system, but that's not easy whatsoever.
Yeah, I think if there was some DNA on the bones and stuff, I don't think it'd be enough to actually like recreate an entire dinosaur.
Yeah.
Maybe like one of those small fish dinosaurs. I mean, because like people have said like birds and like crocodiles and alligators are.
Where did their names even come from? Like Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I know Tyrannosaurus Rex, Tyrannosaurus, Tyrant, Saurus or Tyran is Tyrant. Saurus is lizard, and then Rex is king, so it's Tyrant Lizard King.
Just like that one lizard. Well.
Yeah, that's for also another podcast.
Yeah. But are
yeah.
lizards basically dinosaurs?
Honestly, probably. It's probably that they were like starved out of their food sources and stuff, so they got really small. They didn't really evolve that much, and they got into really small, evolving things into small enough of like lizards and newts and stuff. But there are some really big lizards and like newts. And then since they were running out of food, they had to adapt to plants. So, I think
Herbivores.
Yeah, I think a lot of them just had to become smaller and different types of plants.